Hello, 70 Zima here, my way of life coaching, and I help online entrepreneurs turn overwhelm into consistent sales. So, today we're going to be talking about why your conversations aren't turning into sales. And first and foremost, I want to tell you, you are having conversations, but they're not going anywhere, right? Is that like you are talking to people on a daily basis, but for some reason you cannot flip them into sales, into money, into someone that is actually interested. If that is if that is you, then you are like most of the people around. 80% of network marketers are having the same, probably more than 80% are having the same situations. And not just network marketers, anyone in online sales, right? It's just something. We are living in a world where everyone is being bombarded. And if your message is not clear, if you are not helping the people to actually get what they want, they are probably scrolling straight by and they are not paying attention to you. So most people don't actually struggle with starting the conversations, they struggle with leading them. If your chat feels awkward, if people ghost you, for example, if you don't know how to transition them from one to another, that is where we are going to start teaching today. Okay. And this is day 5 of our 5-day consistency challenge and implementation challenge that I run with my mentorship community. I always train and teach and coach on Fridays, and then I take what I trained and taught, and I take that, break that down into small little challenges that I share now here, so you can have some transparency as to what's going on, and I help people to implement it. That is really what I do in the mentorship group. So if that is interesting to you, make sure you drop me a note or check out www.walkitfree.com and go into it. So leading without pressure is what we need to do today. Okay. You are not here to convince anybody. And so many times when we feel sleazy about sales, it's because we somehow think we have to manipulate anybody or we have to try to convince them somehow. But you are not here to convince. You're here to guide other people's decisions. Okay? So your task today, what I want you to do is I want you to think and actually do that in your conversations. Ask questions. Listen for, number one, pain points. Are they in line with what you're having to sell? Do they have that need? Do they have the pain point? And then second is the need. I already jumped ahead, right? So pain points and needs. That is what you need to listen for, because you don't want to you don't want to sell somebody a steak when they are a vegan. That would be awful, right? They would obviously say no. They would obviously not recommend you anywhere. You need to find the audience. You need to find the people that actually want what you have to sell. So when you talk to people, it's not an immediate sale. When you talk to people, listen. Do they have pain that you know you can solve, and do they have a need for it? Share your experience naturally. Just be natural. Just be like you. Be a human. There's so much AI out there right now. There's so many fake people out there. I even have friends that out of the sudden they're cloning themselves on video. And, while this might be convenient, I personally believe that it still does not beat that human connection that people are craving, right? The connection is really, really important. So, the simple transition that you can do today is that's actually why I started doing this, right? When you identified they have a pain, when you identified they have a need for what you have to sell, now you transition your conversation from asking them question to you want to expose them to your product or service or whatever it is. So you can say things like, that's actually why I started doing this. Or I might have something that could help, want me to share. Ask for their permission. Okay? So then the action step that I want you to do today, if you are part of this challenge, is I want you to invite 2 to 3 people To your service or your thing. In my case, it's my mentorship. I want to invite you to my mentorship, or your lead magnet maybe, or whatever else you can invite somebody to your challenge or to your Facebook group or whatever it is that you have. Invite 2 to 3 people today. And again, it's important for me to let you know what a win looks like, because when we talk about, yay, we are winning and yay, we are proud of ourselves, I always used to struggle with the thought of like, I suck at this. I don't even know what is winning. And I want you to know what winning would look like. Winning in this day challenge would be you made offers to people without forcing them. If you have done that, that is a win that I would love to know about. All right. I hope this was beneficial to you. If you have any questions, drop me a note. Let me know. If you're in my mentorship, you know where to find me. And if you're not in my mentorship, you want to get in that.